¿Cuánto tiempo has estado trabajando en el desarrollo de juegos para dispositivos?
So Angry Birds was roughly 18 months of development and work. That was pretty much the. It was quite fast in a way, because it was new platforms and it was on iPhone, and it was kind of things were a bit easier because Apple enabled the developers to build for their products. Earlier it was Java and platforms, technical platforms that were a bit more complicated to work with.
Antes de Angry Birds entiendo que habían también creado otro tipo de juegos.
So the company was founded by, mostly by Niklas Head back in 2003, and through the course of these, let's say, 5 years, the company went through a big roller coaster, and they did produce 51 games before producing Angry Birds. So it was a lot of trial and error in the mobile business. All of the games were mobile, and with Angry Birds, there was the company was in a situation where it was kind of downscaling. It was a smaller team, and they were really reduced to the essential and the core people. That's at the time that the creativity was a lot easier to handle, and things were faster to move as well.
¿Qué fue lo que el detonante para crear Angry Birds? ¿De dónde surgió, de dónde nació esa idea?
Well, it started with a drawing. So one of the designer, Jaakko, did a drawing of a bird at some point, like a doodle of a bird, and it was on his desk, and people were passing by and were like, why is this bird looking angry, and why doesn't he have wings and legs, and what's the deal? And it's when something creates stories and sparkle questions that you can build these stories, and you can kind of make the characters do whatever you want. I mean, the characters are what makes a difference.
¿Cómo ustedes pudieron acceder al conocimiento y la tecnología para ir mejorando Angry Birds?
Well, the company comes from Finland, which has a really long background in mobile. Mobile business was created in Scandinavia, and especially in Finland and Sweden, with both Nokia and Ericsson. So there was a lot of exchange between people around there, and the networks are really small. So I believe this is one of the reasons why it kind of helped creating that gaming scene, as we call it. And now not only Rovio with Angry Birds, but Supercell, which is another company from there with Heyday and Clash of Clans, have shown that the country has something for gaming. But I guess nowadays the fact that people have access to smartphones, it still represents some budget. I mean, it costs, you can get a smartphone now for $50, which back 5, 6, 7 years was, nobody would have thought that this would happen. And with this $50 smartphone, you can start making apps and building services, and then you have access to the internet. So through the internet you can search for information, you can learn more. So we're now in an era of sharing and access. So we do have access not only to the pipe, but also to the information and what the internet can offer. But ultimately, access to information is what enables people to do something with that information.
Si nos puede dar algunos pincelazos, las ideas principales que va a compartir en el evento con Telefónica sobre building the next big thing.
So when it comes to building the next big thing, a lot of people are going to be expecting today to hear how to make another Angry Birds, how to make another Rovio, how to make another of these success. But the question is, what is the next big thing? And I believe that the next big thing is you, because you are the person that is going to be creating these things. It's not just technology that's, you snap your fingers and then suddenly everything happens. It's people that make these things happen. So I believe that you as a person are your best product. And this is how I'm going to share about how can you improve yourself, how can you build yourself up to the point that you can achieve anything you want.